good morning, good morning. It's early on Sunday, but I was very excited to wake up this morning and get going. We were gifted a bag of coffee. I guess Pete's Coffee's seasonal grind right now is almond honey. It's not a sugary creamer, that's just the grind has been infused with almond and honey extracts. Man, this is a good cup of coffee, and it's not a K-cup. I actually brewed a big old pot of it and I've been sipping on it all morning, thinking, hey, it's been a while since I've shown you some stuffs. Have you guys ever seen my brick? Have I showed you my brick? Right here. It's the most amazing brick. Thank you for visiting. I'd like to talk about my emotional support brick. The cut on this brick is perfect. I put my cell phone on it right here, and when I set it on the dining room table or the coffee table, most of the time when we visit, if I'm not in here on this tripod, you're sitting on the brick. It's not very pretty. I need to crochet it some clothing or something, right? All right, put my coffee up there. The brick. Well, what have I been doing? Nola's Mezzo cardigan is completely finished. I won at Yarn Chicken. I did 2 less rows on the collar, the lapel area, but did good. Did really good. That was the big twist tweed that I found on clearance at Joann Fabrics, which I drove about 45 minutes away to my nearest Joann's. I'm in urban neighborhood, right here, Bay Area, California. We have retail galore, but they closed my Joann's. It was about 10-15 minutes away, and the Michaels now is advertising their fabric department. So I think, see, I always thought Joann's has yarn, but Joann's is like fabric, Michaels is like crafting supplies, and the Hobby Lobby is like a little bit of everything. Hobby Lobby, I could probably walk to Hobby Lobby, push come to shove. I could walk there. Michaels, could hitch a ride there. There is no way I'm making it to Joann's without the car. So when I got there, I was very happy to see that they had plenty of this tweed. The color is plum, and Nola hasn't taken it off. She absolutely loves her sweater, and she's wearing it to her internship. It is a power sweater. I don't think she'll be wearing it next week because we're looking at another little heat wave. It's gonna be right around 100, a little over 100, I think 102 next week. So we got a little fake summer heat wave coming. She probably won't wear it then. I hope not. I'll have to pick my baby up off the floor. I used 5, 6. It's done. I'll post pictures at the end. I did get some amazing pictures and one of her in it. I know. How exciting. So that's all that's left with that. Finish that up. What else was I working on? Stanley's in the living room. I don't remember if I showed you guys his candy corn outfit. I have to go back and check history. Well, Brandon came home and he said one of his coworkers is expecting a baby boy. Congratulations. So that means that I had to get to work. I had to get to work fast. So all last week, I was flying through yarn. Let's see. So I went over to Michael's. No, that's not where I want to start. I was digging through Stash. That's where I want to start. So that last overnight that I had last week, I was digging through Stash and I found this Feels Like Butter. This is some soft, snuggly stuff. It is a 4-weight. 218 yards, and I still got a floppy left, so I'm gonna throw it into the little floppy graveyard. What did I make with it? I dug through my pattern books over there because I was like, I have to have baby patterns. I'm not buying a baby pattern. I've got magazines, I've got books, find me some baby patterns. So I was digging through my stuff, Stitch My Library. I found the Balloon Animal Dog by Not Monster. It is a intimidating pattern because there are a lot of rows. Let's see, 183 rounds. It's worked in the round. But it's okay because each round is, I don't think it gets over about 20 stitches. Where is he? Come here, puppy. Come on. Come on, good dog. And the balloon dog. So I used smallest hook that I had with me on my overnight. You cannot see the fluff, but there's definitely like this shadow between stitches. Shadow between stitches. I can't see the fluff. I tried picking at it to see if the fluff would come out. Fluff does not come out, but for a little baby, it's a gift something, a little plushie. So we start at the tail end and work all the way down. I think I have a little short with some music. And then you're decreasing, increasing, holding strong, quite a few rows, decreasing, increasing, over and over and over again. And there's only a couple of these pillows that are actually the same stitch count. But very well written pattern. It looks like, oh, I could do that. That's so simple. But the math on it and just the brain power to figure out that's a tail, that's a belly, this one needs to be smaller for a neck. It's pretty intense. I made this. Looks like a snake that ate a whole bunch of little snacky meals. Curl dinner. And there's the little end, is a little balloon tie. So that was fun. I don't like balloons. I do not, Dr. Seuss, I do not, Sam I am, like balloons. I hate balloons. When I was in my 20s, way back when, I worked at Safeway and I was a floral manager. And at the time we had these promotion for balloon bouquets. And when you came in to pick up your party cake and your soda pop that was on sale, we wanted you to also pick up balloon bouquets. And they were a value discount of an array of balloons, one big pretty mylar one, and a whole bunch of latex balloons. And all week long, my coworkers took orders. And on Thursday night, early Friday morning, I would start making these bouquets, these balloon bouquets. The manufacturer of latex balloons that we bought wasn't very uniform. And so there was like thinner spots on the latex balloons. And if you inflated them with the helium too fast, you've got to slowly take your time and blow them up. If you did it too fast, they would explode in your face. Yes, I had safety gear. I had the glasses, a little shield, but that jump scare, I can't stand it. As soon as I see a balloon, I start getting itchy and uncomfortable in my skin, and I gotta get away. I know it's gonna pop. What's the whole point of a balloon? We give it to a kid, they're all happy and joyful, and we either wait for it to fly away or it pops. So sad. Don't like balloons. I do like crocheting balloons. I was not intimidated by this little Not Monster at all. Highly recommend the pattern. It's cute. And I think his name's Michael. He has tons of different balloon animals. So great little gift. What else did I make? I made a baby blanket. Ugh. Let's move the bag up here. I love this Halloween bag. It's come in handy because it's a big one. So in Deep Stash, I had these Bernat baby blanket stripes. I don't like big yarn, but it has its purpose. This blanket worked up super fast. I used 2 of these balls. I'm just gonna say 2. This isn't much of anything. I'm gonna put that in the floppies. I'll have to use that in the floppies to make a corner to corner baby stripes blanket. It's perfect size for tummy time. It might be good to just drape over the car seat or the stroller. It's not very big for snuggling, but a toddler would probably still carry it around. And I needed some pop of color. It was just a little too browny for me. We needed color. So I went over to Michael's Loops and Threads, and they had the Sweet Snuggles Light. I thought that was a good little pop of color. Used a coupon. They sent a coupon. I think it was 25, maybe it was 40% off a regular price item. Well, Michael's had absolutely no yarn on sale. They didn't have a whole lot of variety either. I also looked at, it's a thicker one, Bernat. Looks like tie-dye, and it was green. I really like that one too, but kind of wanted a pop of color, like a pop. Bought this, have tons of this left over. So first is first. I did a 6 double crochet scallop with a front post single in the middle. Got to my corners, did 3, did a picot, chain 3 picot, did 3, gave it some just little fancy corners. Blanket was done. Then when I was at Michael's, I found these glow in the dark Google eyes. So my goal is, starting October 1st, I want to put 2 little fun treats in my little free library. And so I stocked up. The $1.25 store had some Google eyes. They were orange and purple. And so I bought a couple packs of those. But when I found these for $2, look at them all. How many is in there? 10 pieces. Bought 2 of them. Uh-oh, don't know where the other one is. Bought 2 of them. So I made 2 little frogs, 2 little plushy frogs out of these. Just a simple, what was it? 11 half doubles onto the Google eyes. Do 2 rounds. Did some chain 13 legs with some bops at the end. Just very, very simple frogs. 4 legs, a body, no stuffing. And put them in little Halloween trick-or-treat bags and put them in the little free library. I noticed last night that one was missing. So, yeah, went home with somebody. So I don't know if I'll use all this for all that, but it's a floppy. It's going in the floppy bin. Then, my big project, the big gift. You ever make something and you don't really have anyone in your immediate family to give it to, but you don't want to give it away? I really, really think I did a good job on this one. I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to, because that's who I created it for. So let's see. This is my leftovers. What is this yarn? Uh-oh. It's a skinny cake. Excuse me, did I put it up here? Ah, no. It's a skinny cake. It's got greens and blues. And in this magazine, Crochet World, April 2021, they had this little cute munchkin. Isn't that cute? Girl, boy, it don't matter. It's a pullover, right? See, her little hand is going in the little pocket. I have a concept on that. Thought process on that. Yeah, so it's little quarter sleeves kind of, so it'll fit. It's requiring a super fine 1-weight cotton, the sheepskis. I don't have any of the fancy stuff. So I thought the skinny cake was a 3. And if I make the smallest size, that, I don't know the baby. The baby's not even born yet. So the idea was to make something larger, because at a baby shower, you get all kinds of newborn baby stuff. And baby doesn't really go anywhere. You stay home. And when baby gets a little older, you're trying to look cute and go out. So I made this about, I would say it's 12 months and it'll fit long. 2T, 24 months, and it'll fit bigger. And this little baby is walking. So I figure you're over a year, maybe almost 2. So that was the deal. What'd I make? How cute is that? The little stripies. Started with the greens, worked down raglan style, started working in the rounds. The only critique I have for this pattern, if I ever make it again, I'm gonna blend it a little bit better, was that San Andreas fault all the way down the middle of the sweater. I don't know, I think it should have been on the side. I don't know, and I wasn't really thinking about it when I did it. It was left open, working flat, then working in the rounds. Got down here to the bottom. It called for a reverse single crochet. I'm a lefty, so I don't, reverse single crochet is like crocheting right-handed to me. So I did a single and a chain and a single and a chain, which gave it a nice little edging. And then you grab on, you work the sleeves, which was only 2 or 3 rows. This is a nice little pattern. It's got structure to it. Every other round was a single crochet and then a double crochet. So it's got nice structure to it. It's got a nice little, it's got a front post double crochet and then a half double between, which is nice because that inside is nice and smooth. You're not alternating the front post and the back post. It's still got the stretch of a nice little cuff. Very nice. The decreasing was nice and easy on that little cuff part. And then I just did a simple single crochet, but very loose. I didn't want to, cut off the stretchiness of it. Again, around the neck, you're not attaching here, you're leaving these flaps, these 2 flaps. And at the very end, when you do your single, I did single crochet, not the reverse single crochet, all the way around the neck, the hood and the collar piece. I left a very long tail and then I gave it a little stitching on the inside. I folded it over. I thought it gave it a nice little look. And I think that's how it was in the pattern in the book. But I discarded the pattern by then. The little pocket. So it's supposed to open right here on the sides. It's supposed to be stitched here and stitched here. But I don't know if babies would just want somewhere to tuck their hands. Usually their hands are grabbing stuff they're not supposed to and shoving it in their mouth. So I made it just a top pocket so that we could put a little pacifier, put your little choopy in there and run or whatever you're doing. Fill it full of rocks. Go on an adventure and fill it full of rocks and seashells and everything else. Cute, 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 cute. I'm done. I got some pictures of it in the hallway. I took some cute pictures and I'll attach those at the end too. And then I was totally distracted. Oh, totally distracted. So September, it's time to start all those Halloween costumes, and we've been talking in the family about what everyone wants to be, what we're creating. We love making handmade costumes. The girls and I used to make them every year, and they wore their little costumes with pride. Oh, they're so much fun to create, all that quality time. My son, on the other hand, how to say it nicely, he doesn't like to stand out. He doesn't really like to be different. So he wants the popular costume of the year, usually. But he's gained a lot of self-confidence in this boxing thing. And he wants something scary. He wants something spooky. So I started wandering around the house thinking, he's a fisherman. We need something from the deep sea. So I started thinking, oh, those anglerfish. Oh, those things are gnarly. Yeah, that's scary. Halloween, glow in the dark, blood, like, okay, let's do it. He's a little set back. He wasn't sure. Okay, Mom. Okay, Mom, why are you gathering trash in the living room? Had this $1.25 tree basket it's a shower basket with a bunch of holes in it. But it's got a nice base bottom on it, and it, you know, it had 2 little handles, very secure. So I started cutting on it and hot gluing it together and using masking tape over the hot glue and really burning my fingertips. And I made this weird helmet shape. And so then I started reinforcing it and building it up with strips of cardboard. Amazon's been delivering boxes like crazy. I've been saving these boxes for a rainy day. California, no rain. So I might as well use it for a Halloween costume. So I start stripping up these pieces of cardboard. I have some pictures to attach at the end of my step-by-step process. And so then I started taking newspapers and rolling them up, because we need some fangs, right? Anglerfish have all those nasty looking teeth. So I got 2 fangs going down, I got 2 fangs popping up, and I have some crickety looking pokey teeth at the bottom. And then I realized I need an angler. So I went over to the $1.25 tree, and I was looking through their kid toys, and they had a knife, one of the round ones for cutting hay. Gosh, I can't think of what it's called. It was glow in the dark. So I bought that, and they have foam balls now, like styrofoam balls for in their crafting section. So I bought a bunch of those, and then they had a cone, and I bought one of those, and I bought some acrylic dark green paint. I was thinking it was going to be a base for an anglerfish. Came home with a bunch of inspirationals, and Ryan's looking at me like, this thing is terrible. What kind of Jim Henson mess is all over our living room? I had so much fun. So I did look at pictures on the internet of anglerfish, and then I Googled DIY anglerfish costume. Like, let's see what other people are doing. That's nothing. There's not enough blood on that. Took me all day, but I finally designed, and I got a base coat on it. And my husband Brandon came home from work, and he's like, it's not an anglerfish. An anglerfish only has one little light in the front to attract little tiny fishes for it to eat. Rain on my parade? Sounds terrible. I don't want to catch little fish to eat. I want to catch children. So I took one of those styrofoam balls and I stuck it up on the angler, and I painted it bubblegum pink, and I put glow in the dark stripes on it, and a piece of cellophane and some curly ribbon, and made it look like a little piece of candy. Now that's spooky, right? I used the glow in the dark paint on these eyeball features. I used some, oh, it is crochet related. I used some tiny pieces of red acrylic to make veins in the eyeballs. I incorporated some yarny goodness. And yeah, I made a Halloween costume. I used some cellophane and some of that $1.25 store wreath. It's like burlap, but it's made out of plastic. I folded it over a bunch of times and made some ruffles with the hot glue gun. And I made some fins. I made one up on the back too. Through all of that, in my running back and forth to the store, I found a battery-packed Halloween light section. It has like 12 little lights on it and had little skeletons. Cut those off. I don't need skeletons. And I ran it through the glow-in-the-dark knife that I had found, the little plastic play knife. And at the end of it, and then I had the candy and the things and the ruffles, and I even bought some decorative moss to put in the top of plants and stuff. Bought some decorative moss and glued it around so it looks like it's creeping out of a deep, dark den of green coral. Is that enough visual? I'm attaching pictures at the end. I did that Friday, finished it up. I think I started Thursday. I started Thursday and finished it up on Friday. And last night, Ryan tried it on and he's like, oh, my costume's pretty cool, Mom. My costume. You doubted me from the beginning. You're welcome. Last night I wore it down the street after it got dark. I waited for it to get dark and walked down the street to check my mailbox. Nobody honked. Plenty of cars drove by. Nobody honked. I didn't get any thumbs up. Neighbors didn't scream. Nothing. So from now till Halloween, I'm going to be checking my mailbox at night. In my Halloween costume with my battery pack lights on. I'll attach pictures. Don't look at the pictures if you scare easily, because they're extra spooky. Have you started any costumes? Do you have any Halloween family traditions? I mean, do you make your own costumes? The kids want costumes? Have you ever crocheted a costume? Man, the internet's full of those sweaty, hot crochet costumes. I like making them. It's thrilling if somebody wants to wear it. That's just over the top exciting. But I want it to be comfortable. And that was one of the main purposes why I used that shower caddy piece. It just fits so comfortable on the top of my head. And then they had this black mesh. I think it's not the cobweb stuff, just like a very, very holy cheesecloth. And I draped it down the front and draped it down the back of the costume. So it looks good. Stick around and look at the pictures. I hope you have an amazing week. And I will check in sooner rather than later. Thank you for coming by. I'll see you soon.